Okay, we're back. Alceos has freed us from the shackle of emote only. So we gotta get a little poll going. Do people want the dice again, like we did last week? What do you guys think about that? It's a bit of a mixed response. Do I want the dice? Yeah, that's what really matters. Dice, but without fallback options. Yeah, you're just out here to see blood, aren't you? You're impartial. Sorry. Then you can no longer watch the stream. We only accept fans or haters here. You want dice? Okay. Let's do it for the next game at least. Why have they not changed from Yahoo search here? Okay, let's roll it. Oh, so this is 20. Oh. That was dumb. Okay, we're rolling it. 12. That's E4, isn't it? No, that's the 5th. That's F4. That's fine. My Kryptonite Bortnik is playing, yeah. But I can still make 10 out of 11. You couldn't see the dice? Really? Okay. Let me see, so that's number 6. It's F4, yeah. The bird. Oh, emote only. That was quick work by Osios. I think I played something else last time, so let me play E3. Hinting at some potential stonewall setups, maybe. Now that he goes here, maybe I want to go knight H4. Bishop G4, Bishop E2. Captures. Looks reasonable. I wonder what's happening when there's emote only. You know? What are the mechanics behind what people like keep spamming emotes, what people want to use their words so they shut up. I'm guessing there are fewer people are going to talk, but I don't know by how much. I can win a pawn, but that looks insane. Let me just castle. And yeah, I was gonna say it pains me to go knight f3 to prevent e5, but it pained me too much, so I couldn't do it. I think e5, maybe knight c3 is a decent move. Keeping the tension for now. Yeah, no, kind of like c3. Idea is to go e4. I'm trying to claim that there is some point to having the knight on h4. Like, realistically, it's going to have to return to f3 quite soon, but maybe not yet. There are ideas like bishop g7, e4, and then c4 maybe. Maybe that's what he wants. dc4, d4. Knight d2, queen d3, rook e1. Doesn't seem convincing for me. But maybe it's not that bad. Yeah, so he kind of plays it slowly, but now I'm fairly happy with my position. By the way, knight e4, d4, knight e4 seems to win a pawn, but it doesn't. Knight e4, then d4, queen h4, ed5. Yeah, this, and this, and there's, because of this pin, doesn't win that pawn, and if d4 immediately, d4, knight e4, knight e4. Yeah, I gotta check on d6 and take b7 if he goes for the knight. On the other hand, if he's not intending to capture, then I don't think it makes a lot of sense for him to take an e4, because he just gives me easier play kind of in the center. Yeah, this is consistent, but I think it's just bad. Queen b5. There's knight d4. That looked a bit tricky. Knight d4, but I think just queen c5 was good. Now, I'm guessing his idea is knight c5, knight d4, knight d7 check, king e8, stepping into the discovered check. I don't see anything clear there, so I think I'll just take with the queen and, or just, why am I not just going bishop e3 actually? That seems to be very clean. Knight d4, cd4, rook b8 maybe. Oh no, queen c5, rook b7, queen c8 wins. Queen e8, queen b7. So he's in big trouble. You know, I kind of like just leaving things as they are. Developing some more pieces. And now this was my idea. Rook c7, and I think this is better than for me than having his queen come here. Now, knight e4, this maybe doesn't win on the spot. Maybe there was a way to win on the spot, but at least his king is in a world of trouble now. Bishop e3, f5. He's holding on a little bit. Yeah, I think I should go here. And queen b7 after rook c8. This seems very hard to defend. Which is why he doesn't. Now I win the exchange as well. Let's go here, preparing queen d7. So we're trading off queens as well. Yeah, let's just trade it. Rook d6. No, it's not even necessary. Let's just go b3, keep his knight out. This one is hanging too. And we're getting to the point where it's high time to resign. And he gets the hint. Okay, cool. 2 out of 2. Good stuff so far. Let's quickly go roll the dice again. 5. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, c6. Well, that's a decent move. 1 c6, we can get away with that for sure. You don't know the emote meta? Yeah, I think a lot of people have that problem. How was the Bolognese? It was amazing. I had 2 big portions. Fat and happy. How's the heat in the office? It's not that bad so far. I'm very lightly dressed today. We'll see. Little, like the air is little less than perfect, but I think we can live with it. How often do I comb my hair? Well, I've had like 50 bad hair days in a row. I actually got a haircut before Weissnaus, and then after that it's been a mess. No DJ? I don't know. Is Grachev playing? Grachev played Freestyle Friday. Last Friday. Here I look like a dead rodent up there. Yeah. What do you call a rodent who enjoys quiche? I made this joke myself. Or this pun. Pirate, yes, indeed. My wife was not impressed either. But, you know, you can't have it all. Magnus, retire and play Fortnite. That's what you used your your hard-earned channel points on, huh? Okay, we're playing Tani, who's apparently at Orlan Islands. Tricky young fella. And we're playing the Caracan. Are we playing the Caracan? No, I prefer to go for kind of more of a modern setup with d6. There are certainly a lot of subtleties as to how you play the opening here. Yeah, so what he goes for is one of the more dangerous lines for sure. Now bishop h6 is normal. d5 is... Yeah, this is a very complicated line. It's not very good for black, but it's not immediately losing. I think I had this against Andrey in a Champions Chess Tour or something. There's a line like d5, bishop f5, rook g1, preparing g4, then black goes h6, g4, and then bishop e6, and it's like sort of acceptable for black. I think Tani is the kind of person who could be stream sniping, but you never know. Is this stream on a delay? I'm not sure it is. I think you have to have delay for certain streams, right? Who knows? Or maybe Giri played bishop e2 here. I don't quite remember. This is certainly in the don't try this at home kind of area. He's spending a lot of time though, so he's certainly not completely familiar with all the details here. Yeah, so c4, I think this is not supposed to be that dangerous for black. Question is whether I can figure out how, or why rather. Maybe I'll start with knight d7. That seems reasonable. d6, knight e5, queen c3. Then queen d4, that's okay. Now queen, oh, sorry. Queen e6 rather is protected. I'm also hinting at queen b4, trading queens. And obviously I would have loved to attack the pawn there on e5, but either queen c7 or queen b8 would have run into d6. So I think this is quite logical. Yeah, this is very reasonable, of course. I guess I'll move the king out of the way now. Oh, I somewhat underestimated that. Maybe it's not a big deal. Just go rook f7. His bishop is kind of not super well placed. He's playing well. Gotta say that. I think I gotta go for a5 and carve out. I think rook f2, c5 is bad for me. I think I gotta go for a5. Carve out the square here. But I'm not loving the position, that's for sure. Yeah, this is logical. Oh! Queen h3. That came out of left field. His idea is to go for g5 and sack something. Maybe this is quite dangerous. Let's go king g7 then. I think I can take here. And here. No, I was hoping that e3 gives me counterplay just about in time. Is that a perpetual? No, I don't think so. Can go queen b1 just to prevent the perpetual. Then he can... No, actually... No, queen e4 gives up the knight. Maybe let's go queen b2 then. Yeah, now I can take this. And now my king is safe. Okay. Very tough game. Maybe rook g6 was actually holding at the end. Yeah, it was. So I blundered. Queen c3 wins for some reason. That was not easy at all. Good game, Tani. Certainly pushed me to the limit there. As I needed to b4. a5 is forced. Oh, a b4 was good. And now e3. What about earlier in the game? Yeah, this is the big idea, otherwise I'm lost. I think it was not a bad game. Triple isolate, yeah. lot of fun. Pawn structures there. Pawn structures. Okay. Let's get some dice going for the next game. 6. That's e4, isn't it? No, 6. What am I talking about? It's c4. It's fine. What am I gonna eat after this? That's a good question. I remember signing a large photo of my cat in San Francisco. Smile is -2 and he's a good boy. I think so, yeah. I really like cats. Oh, Gukesh is actually... Oh yeah, Gukesh is there. 3 out of 3. Nice. What do I think about Hikaru's form? Yeah, he's certainly in his own head a bit, but it happens. I've been there too, and then, you know, at some point you snap out of it. And he's no, I mean he's clearly you know, I think he's at an age where you usually decline like a little bit, and I mean I am too by all means, but it's not going to be this as steep as it seemed. This decline is not going to be as steep as it seemed recently, so he'll be back. We got some fun names at the top. Eric Rosen second. Alvarez third. You know, as it should be. Okay, Alexey Grachev. Emote only before we start, and we, as the dice said, we're going for 1c4. I've been dabbling with some e6 Sicilians recently, so let's play that with a tempo more. He kind of knows what to do here, huh? Can I go f4? I feel like I've tried this before. It's probably quite bad. d5, I suppose. C, D, bishop g2. I'm hoping that that's not too bad. It's a really peculiar looking pawn structure, that's for sure. Every pawn under dark square, so you'd hope that this bishop at some point is going to find some work. And yes, I am talking to to the bishop on c1, and he's not happy at the moment, but he does understand that he could play a big role later, so he knows it's for the good of the team. Should I go knight d4? No, looks ugly. Yeah, my position is not great, but it's got certain potential. Once I can get like this pawn jump from e3 to e5, then I could have a good position. Rook e8, so he takes control over this square, which is quite logical. Let me bring the rook into the game. Maybe preparing some d5. So it's a rook b2 maybe. I think I'll do that. Ask him a question of how he's going to protect that pawn, which I think he answered quite ably. I think I'll go for a little pawn sack here. Maybe it's not a pawn sack. This. So my idea was just to go knight d5, take f6, and think that I'm doing alright there. But maybe there were other moves there as well. Yeah, this one I'm not too worried about. I think his queen is ever so slightly... Oh, maybe there's... If I take and queen f3, there's knight to d4. And my queen will be overloaded. Okay. I can do this immediate. No, I cannot do that. Okay, we'll take. And then I think make... Oh, I want to make one consolidating move of some sort. Let's go here then. Preparing bishop b2. I don't think I'm blundering anything tactically. Knight d4, e4, bishop d4, king h1, bishop c3, rook e8. Yeah, I think that's alright. But I'm certainly not thrilled. As long as I can't get these pawns moving, then my position is not that good. So I think I gotta go for it now. Bishop c3. Ah, and then queen f5. That's the idea. That doesn't seem to work. And e4, rook e4, queen d3. Yeah, there are too many pieces hanging for him. So I think I got a bit lucky there. Probably got to play a bit faster. Oh no. No, I thought I blundered a pawn for a second, but I didn't. F5 is kind of a big positional threat. Do I have to go bishop? No. Let's just go here then. I don't see what to do. At least this is solid. And still, I think a tiny bit better for me. But time is rapidly becoming a factor. Just in time to protect the pawn, in case he would try and attack it. Oh, this doesn't work, huh? Because he's got knight d4. That's really annoying. Yeah, this he can play. But now, I think I'm definitely better. Oh boy. Am I trapping his knight somehow? I think I am. King e2 next. Was a bit lucky. Second time this game. The thing is, the knight is cleanly trapped as well. Cannot even get a pawn for it. Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate for him. Yeah. That's game over for him, unfortunately. Bishop is a long-range piece, so it can do several jobs on one diagonal. Okay. Yeah, that was it's not easy at all. I'm interested to see. Yeah, okay. It says h3, h5, and then rook a2. And allowing this was wrong. Knight c3. Does they take? Rook e2 was bad. d5. Oh, he got h4 there. And yeah, now I'm obviously. And here it's actually not a big deal. Yeah. Kind of played the way I had to. Yeah. And I mean, engine showed zeros there for a second, so, but obviously his knight is trapped. So, yeah, I was slightly lucky there for sure. But the game was maybe not half bad. Or not nearly as bad as I thought, that's for sure. So, so we got a little break, as we always do after 4 games. Grachev got 4 out of 4 as well. Nice to see. Alexey, Lazavik, Vincent Keimer, Gareth Bale. He can do more than play golf, evidently. Kovalenko in the trenches. David Howell also in the trenches, but less literally. Didn't he take e4? No, that I could play queen d3 there, and there were too many pieces hanging. Were there no bald players in top 10? Is that true? Speaking of Steph Curry winning a 5th chip, you're going to watch the run. Maybe you should beat the JV Nuggets before you think of making a title run, no? But yeah, I think they have a chance, but I think Lakers are probably better in terms of the underdogs in the Western Conference. Oh, Grachev is bald. Is that true, or was that just for social media? Now bald fraud. Ah, that's terrible. Are you Elephant? Magnus, are you Elephant 38? I think I lost quite a few games to Elephant 38. But you gotta think. Well, I don't know who that player is, but there are certain languages in which a bishop is called elephant. So that may be a little bit of a hint. What do I think of Faustino Aurora? I think he's very young and very strong, but I think he, needs time to develop. Yeah. Chess on Earth, another stream, another batch of gifted subs. Great to see. I mean, I'm not speaking about him. I was speaking about kids in general. You know, a lot of kids can handle it. Some cannot. But you don't know when somebody's 10 or 12 years old whether they're going to be a future world champion. So talking about it, doesn't make that much sense. You can lead to focusing on a little bit of the wrong things for the kids. Like, the kids should have fun, play a stronger position, and try and develop. But at least it's good to see that he's playing strong tournaments, and I think that's going to be great for his development long term. It was for me at the very least. Endgame is the most important to study to improve. Yeah, I think it's useful to study some theoretical endgames. But I think general endgame strategy is closely connected to calculation but also a lot of positional understanding. So I think that comes a lot with experience. I think Bodø Glimt have a chance of knocking out Lazio. Yeah, I think Lazio are... I mean, they lost 5-0 at the weekend, no? So, I think they certainly have a chance. But I would say overall they were quite lucky to beat Olympiacos that comfortably. But at the standings, I thought the standings were here. That's usually the stream layout. I'm at 4 out of 4, alongside Alireza Firouzja, the freestyle champion Vincent Keimer, the world champion Gukesh, and a lot of others. 16 players in total. It's 4 out of 4. Standings are visible, so... Trolling. Do I like or dislike playing out a dead draw and delaying the start of the next round? I don't know. I think you'd be hard pressed to find people who, love it. But those are the game. Those are... Longer online games better than Blitz for improving? I think it depends on the level. Probably at quite low levels, then yes, it's better to play a bit longer games. But when you rise up the ranks, you can learn a lot from playing faster games. Also because you get to play more games and you develop your instincts a lot. So generally, doing both what you like best. I think Man City will be back next season. Yeah, I think so. We forgot about an important part here, which is rolling the dice for the next game. That's 4. Oh, it's B5. Ugh, it's a bit yucky. We need a backup, and in case B5 blunders a pawn on the first move. 2. It's A6. Oh, that's incredibly boring. But yeah, there we go. C4, so I have to play A6. I really needed that backup. Now, E4. Does it make any sense? Okay. Mods. We need. I can play C5 and then E6. What am I doing? Emote only. There we go. So it transposes to Khan. Modded C bind formation. Bishop D3. It's not the most common. I suppose I go for this. I guess it makes sense to do this when he hasn't castled and he's not running into Knight G4 stuff that easily. Is Bishop E2 a move here? Oh. He just allows it. That seems very surprising. I mean, I guess I'll just go take the bishop. I really don't see how this can be good for white. So now, how ambitious do I want to be? Let's keep it simple. Stop E5 and just secure a nice long-term advantage. Yeah, I don't know if he misclicked or something, but castling there is a very strange decision. Okay, so I guess he's making the best of it. This move is slightly annoying because I kind of missed that I cannot reply with knight d7 because then the bishop is hanging. I guess g6 makes a lot of sense. You know, cutting this diagonal, and with the kind of control that I have over the dark squares here, I don't think I'm running into any major issues. Since, yeah, he doesn't have a dark square bishop, and I think knight g5 can be met by knight h5 or even h5. Okay, so he kind of gives up on the idea of trying to attack quickly and goes in defense instead. But now I got knight d5. Now this seems to just win material. Yeah. Yeah, I think his knight and his queen are attacked, and he cannot defend both, so that should pretty much spell the end of the game. Yeah, this is probably his best chance, but go f5, taking away this square. And then should be all fairly simple from here. Guess I can even take, but doesn't seem necessary. Let's go e5, g4, go queen a5. He's fighting well, but I don't think he has much of a chance of a successful comeback here. Queen, after all, is usually a lot. I've been reading this book recently called Tiger's Chaos Theory by Swedish Grandmaster Tiger Hillar Persson, and he has a few very, very nice examples where two minor pieces can fight well against the queen. But unfortunately for Sam, this was not one of them, and in that book, I think those were sacrifices, and this was, I'm quite sure, not an intentional sacrifice. Yeah, I mean, this is just bad. It's just very bad for white already. And yeah, I don't know what happened there. I would guess it's either a bit of a brain slip or some kind of mouse slip that happened there. Let's have a look at a game then. Gukesh is winning, as often before. Let's see. Oh, this is a nice maneuver. Looks like he's playing very classical sound chess here. And just, yeah, just crushing. What about Alireza? Oh boy, playing Aravind. That's a tough pairing. Yeah, and here would have been checkmate if it wasn't for the fact that this rook is pinned. Oh, this was a complicated game, huh? This is what Alireza does, though. He just flabbergasts people in positions that you wouldn't think. He's very good at this. Just coordinating his pieces from very bad positions. And yeah, I'm sure there were ways for Aravind to win, but doesn't find it. He's short of time, and when they're both short of time, Alireza usually pulls it off. Okay. Let's try again. 2. That's a4. It's not ideal, but I guess we'll live with it. Oh, it's 2a4. No, a4 is not terrible. Like, I guess it's... Oh, big gift. Again. I don't know how there are still plebs in this chat. A lot of you must have been gifted by now. But we appreciate it. For those who don't know, who used to hang out at Maskinissen, that was a small non-commercial entity. Now we are a big bad company trying to take your money, and we are quite grateful. So what I was going to say is that a4 I think is moderately less useful than a3, or at least it's a lot less flexible, but it's not terrible. Like, you're not going to be worse after one a4. Not going to be better, but you know. Yeah, I'm probably not following it up with Rook a3. Ever been to Indonesia? No, I've been into Singapore, so I've seen Indonesia. But my wife really wants to go to Bali. She grew up in Southeast Asia, so she's been there a bunch. Jokic or SGA? I'm kind of biased. Like, I mean, I had SGA on my NBA fantasy team for a couple of seasons, you know, before he had his MVP season. So I'm certainly a fan, but statistically it's hard to claim anybody else than Jokic. But if you're having the kind of season, the best guard season maybe of all time that SGA is having, and with great defense and a 65 win team, that's also a very good case. So I don't know, but I would probably slightly lean Jokic if I had a vote. Maybe I have a vote, you know? Who knows? Classical after Norway chess? Nah, maybe some team stuff at some point, but I mean, freestyle classical, but like classical, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of that. Yeah, Lazavik is very good. He beat me in the World's Rapid. He's beaten me a bunch online. I feel like I've gotten a few against him recently though, but all the games have been very tough. So you can see from the way he played in the Speechless Championship and against Wesley So as well that he's very good. And for those who follow that match, Lazavik against So, there's a lot of talk about a clash of styles when people play, but that's kind of the opposite. That was two people with the exact same style battling it out, but it was fun. SGA Foul Merchant? No, I think he hunts them out, but he's gaming the system, and I don't think it's completely unreasonable. Okay, emote only. Got 1A4. The Where opening. And it's named after, where did you get that idea from? Opening. That was a terrible pun. I'm sorry. Video opening, the potato variation. I can say with the utmost confidence that I've never heard about that. This seems reasonable though. You know, here A4 is super useful. I'm basically playing a Bogo Indian a tempo up. Not that that's, you know, fantastic, but it's quite reasonable. I think usually you want to trade this when you can. So then we go back and we take it from there. And now maybe I have to go F4. F4, D4, E4, E5 takes, knight D2. Doesn't seem bad at all. F4, knight G4, bishop G7, knight E3, and bishop E5. That doesn't work. So let's go F4. I think still a4. Those positions is very useful. Queen e6. So his idea, I think, is to go for a quick knight g4 after he's gone d4, which is not unreasonable. Question is, do I just take the pawn if he offers it to me? Am I going to be that rude? That rude? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, c4, this... I was kind of half expecting that. I think I want bishop d4 and then knight c3. I feel like that's the most harmonious development. It takes a little bit of time, but I think it's worth it. Knight c3. Please I get the knight to d4, I believe. But, you know, I'm not better here. It's just quite dry and probably quite equal. I think h3 is useful, taking away the g4 square. At least my position is quite stable. So I got that going for me. Let's go here, hinting at e4. And also maybe bringing the queen to this diagonal. I think e6 was maybe not super accurate. Yeah, knight d7 is a good move. I'm kind of tempted to go e4 though. Like, it's a little bit risky, but if he's not careful, then f5 could be coming here. Okay, that's probably a good move. Yeah, it's probably a very good move. By preventing tactics based on a knight's discovery, then he kind of takes the sting out of my whole operation. Yeah, I don't have anything now. Rook d1? No, I can't do that. I think I gotta go for e5, but I really don't like that. Now I think he's better, if anything. This one I was not worried about. Seems wrong to walk into this pin, I would normally think. I mean, you can go try and trade queens now, but then I'm certainly not worried. Is this alright? c3, knight f4, there's rook c6. I'm not better though. Still got nothing. But how does this work? Oh, there's knight d4. Okay, that was clever. Okay, so he makes sure that he's fairly safe here now, I think. Knight g5. And oh, that's a clever move. I didn't see that. I gotta fight for the draw a little bit here. I think he should not take the draw. Right here, I guess. Maybe I'm playing for mate now. Maybe you should have taken the draw. Oh, I think this was wrong. So, at least now he's kind of... Oh no, he's not bound. What am I doing? Yeah. It's just a draw now. Okay. That's alright. I don't think I ever was actually better in that game. Yeah, I mean, this is just... King G8 is an excellent move. I knew that E4 was not correct, positionally speaking. I was just tempted by these tactics, and now... After that, I'm kind of worse, if anything. Did I ever have anything later? I mean, of course, here. Yeah, 92 is a nice move. Yeah, it's still a draw. Yeah, this was a bad move. Now rook b5, exactly. This is check. Not ideal. But at least we saved it. 5.5 out of 6 is... Oh! Alireza beat Kukesh. Big game there. So we got Alireza, Lazavik, and Gareth Bale. 6 out of 6. Let's roll the dice for the next game real quick. 13. What is that? That's one of 3, no. No, that's 11, 12. 13 is G6. Oh, that's perfectly fine. So we got Lazavik as black. We got Lazavik as black. We gotta get emote only. Yes. There we go. I beat him in the modern a few weeks ago in Title Tuesday. So got some recent success there. I think people go for 97 when they play this way. Not sure if it's very good though. And then h6, g5, knight g6, 95 at some point. I think this is not very good, but I think Pantulaya did this against me in the World Cup in 2023. But I think he didn't castle so early. That wasn't a must-win situation, though. And the reason, normally I would go knight d7, but I don't want to run into bishop f4 with tempo. So I think this makes a bit of sense. I don't want to play h5 given the g5 square, so I'm not thrilled about giving up g4, but I do think I'm alright. g3 maybe. 95, bishop e2. Kind of go from there. I mean, there are sacrifices, like knight h4. Yeah, it doesn't work. I think g3, probably should play h5 immediately. No, he goes for h5. That's surprising. Don't quite see what his idea is here. Bishop f4, but knight d7, I thought. I mean, he doesn't lose material immediately, but oh, he's got bishop g3 maybe. Yeah, he's got this, which I kind of missed. Maybe it's not terrible. Queen g6, knight e3, I got knight f6. Yeah, maybe this was not great. Oh, he allows me to exchange. That's a bit surprising. I think I'll oblige. I think this was not the best decision by him. Now I got f5 coming, and if bishop h5, queen g5, I don't quite see how he can attack me there. Yeah, rook a4 is very logical. It's preparing knight e2 as well. c4, rook b4. f5, there's also knight e2. By the way. I think I gotta go for this. I really want to prevent knight e2. Now the pawn is hanging here. Let's play actively. Rook b6 maybe, then rook d8, preparing knight d3. My pieces are a little bit all over the place, but I think practically speaking I'm alright. Good moves like h5 as well. I'm not sure I'm worried about him taking that pawn, but let's go here. Yeah, rook c5 maybe. Bishop d4 mode, no, rook c4. Rook c5, dc5, and then... Yeah, it's not great. Okay, I think I gotta do it though. Yeah, this is rapidly becoming quite drawish. So he doesn't want to trade queens, which I didn't really expect him to do either. I don't think I need to move any of these pieces. No, I really want knight e4, so let's put the knight there. I do have some ideas, like this, that he has to be a little bit careful about. Okay, rook c8. Don't think I'm in any danger here. Yeah. This unfortunately just makes a fairly solid draw. b7 now. Oh! He doesn't see that. Now maybe I got a little bit of a chance. We got check and then d5. Maybe one more check. No, there's bishop e1. Yeah, that seals it, unfortunately. Oh, maybe not. Knights can also move backwards. Oh! This may be a bit dangerous for him. How do I do this? g5 maybe. I think I gotta go for this. Okay, I gotta push. Oh, I don't think he should have allowed that. No, that didn't actually do anything for me. Oh boy. I just have nothing. Yeah. It's a bit sad. Did I have anything here? No, I think it was all just a draw. I mean, Lazavik is very good and I was playing black, so this is not terrible, but... Yeah, so this was a bit dubious, of course. And he should have played 93. No, it's not terrible. c4 was best. Oh, b5! Oh, that is such an invisible move. This is why humans are so bad at chess. Very nice. Rook c5. He should have taken, but I got this. I was not too worried about that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there was ever anything. Unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. Grachev lost again. Well, Alireza, another break as well. Esipenko, a lot of good players on 6.5. Okay, gotta get that dice going very soon. D20. 15. It's the last pawn move, isn't it? No, it's penultimate pawn move. That's h3 or h6. Oh, it's okay. Who's Sergei Shigalko? He's definitely an OG. I played him in youth championships back in the day. He's a year older than I am, and he won the world's and European youth in under 14 in 2003. So he's very good. Okay, 1h3. The dice says Clemens opening. Yeah, you see he's thinking already. He's flabbergasted, doesn't know what to do. I think I can play an e4. H3 is quite useful in king's pawn openings, one would think. Knight c6. But this I've actually played before as white. Like, this is a normal line where h3 is quite useful. Let's go rook e1. Usually this is not great due to bishop g4, but of course here things stand a little bit differently. Kind of just want to play d3 and play slowly. Queen g6, queen f3. And then if f5, I'd have to consider if I'm a greedy goose or not. Here... I'm not sure I love this for him. I think I'm very happy to be trading off this bishop, because it reduces... when that bishop is gone, it reduces a lot of his attacking potential. Like, having said that, of course, I don't have any advantage here. But this seems reasonable for me, so... I guess he's gonna just take back. Now I'm actually getting cold. This is the first time this has happened in this office. This is a bit of a shocking new experience for me. Just protecting this pawn. Protecting this pawn just in case. Yeah. Esipenko has a very classical style, so not surprised to be seeing him playing very slowly. I kind of want to play a little bit provocatively. Rook e4. Let's see what he does. Yeah, it's not a great move, but... yeah, he just ignores it. Then I look a little bit dumb, don't I? Yeah, bishop e6, queen e6, rook g4, and I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I think I should go trade queens. Giving myself some funny pawn structures today. But I don't think I'm worse. Like, he can take and then go d5, and I end up with like slightly strange bishop on b3, but I got a4 later on, activating that one. So I'm not too concerned. That's a little bit surprising. It's kind of a bit of a cop-out. G4 is useful space. No, that was his idea. I didn't see that. Yeah, now I have to trade. It's obviously not better for me, or anywhere close to. Yeah, good move, preventing my active play with a4 and also c4. Like, I can play c4 here, but I don't think it's any good. Let's go rook b1 first. Bishop e8. That's probably a nice move. I don't want to just sit here, so I'll play actively. I don't think it's too bad. Takes rook b6. Logical. Takes rook a8, and I don't think that is too good. I'm definitely objectively fighting for a draw here. I'm happy to see that, though. Hinting at rook f1. I think I'll do it regardless. No, he gets... His pawn would be too dangerous there. Didn't like that. Thing is, like, he kind of has to win. No, he doesn't. He's on 6.5. He doesn't have to win. What is he doing? What kind of move was that? He's plundering a pawn. Oh, that was his idea. Okay. So I'll just be solid for now. I have some hopes of winning this. Maybe not. Oh boy, I didn't see that. Oh, bishop f4. That's not a problem. It's not a big problem, at least. Look at this maneuver. It's gonna run the pawn down. Oh, I guess not. I'm too short a time. I'm not sure even if I even want to take that. Wait. That's so annoying. What am I doing? Oh, he's winning now. Oh my god. What was that? Could have accepted a draw as well. It's just... I mean, I never had anything. Obviously. Then I miss his idea too. But... yeah, problem is, like, I'm playing for a win in a worse position. There. I could have taken... could have taken... But that was a bit of a fleeting chance. Here, of course, it's a draw. But here I got a little bit ambitious. Obviously I should check immediately, but I didn't see that idea at first. King e3 is panicky. When was I lost though? Here, yeah, g5 is a losing move. I need to get the bishop around. So bad. So bad. That's 3 games without a win in a row. That's not gonna cut it. He played well. I think all of my last 3 opponents have played quite well. So that's fair enough, but you know, it's still not good enough. Okay, I'll take a little bit of a break and then we will try and fight back. Yeah, after giving away 2 draws in a row, I kind of was I really didn't want to give another, but the thing is, you can still win the tournament with 9.5 out of 11, but you cannot with 9. So that was clearly a bit overzealous, but he did really well to coordinate his pieces at the end. But I am just collapsing in time trouble. Can't play well when I'm cold. Yeah, it's not that bad. I'm just used to being too hot in here. So let's see, what do we got? 12. I think we had that already today. 20. 9H6, 9H3, depending on what color I get. That's okay. Keep fighting, my man. Yeah, we'll try. You know, just do my best in the last few games. I think I will have decent tire break, but I'm not going to be able to fight for first. Maybe top 3. I have the same score as the classical world champion. That's good to know. I'm maybe playing the late title Tuesday. I mean, knowing myself, I probably will, but I'm not streaming that late. So we got a little bit of break, but I think since I played a long game, last one probably was one of the later ones to finish, so I think it should start again quite soon. Unless my sense of time is just way off. Bortnik's got 7 out of 8 as well. David, 6.5. A lot of catching up to do. Now watching the American Cup games, yeah, of course. It's a top tournament and it's interesting to follow. You hit a wall, I can't pass 2250. Imagine yourself being 2249 at that. What did you do to reach the magic number? Congrats, I can't even reach 1100. Then you're probably doing the right thing by being in this chat and, you know, just hanging around. But I mean, chess is fun at any level, so not gonna sit here and clown people too much for their goals. It's a great thing about having rating in chess is that whatever level you are at, there's always something you can strive for. Levy bullies us, yeah, that's why he's a big content creator and I'm not. You can't pass 330. Well, I want to see what kind of chess is being played at 300 level. Like, can people mate with... Like, people... Do they know the ladder mate, for instance, at that level? Okay. Johan-Sebastian Christiansen, I lost to him in Title Tuesday a couple of months ago. We gotta get emote only. There we go. The dice says knight h6, so there we go as well. What do we play here? Like, I don't love any of the choices here. Maybe d5 actually. Queen d6 maybe? Knight is really not well placed on h6. Gotta say that. c6? Ugh. It's quite yucky. That I think I am somewhat happy to see. Or at least I get to trade off some pieces. Or like the chances that I survive the opening increase a lot. Oh, I think that was not a very critical way for him to play. Now I should be able to get out of the opening alive. It's not a given, but I think it's a lot more likely now. Maybe I just step away? No, it seems it's dangerous still. Boy. d6. Maybe bishop e6 wasn't that good after all. But I mean, regardless, my position is probably going to be quite bad. Which is what you get when you play this way. Yeah, bishop g5. I saw that after I made the move. This is really bad news. Trying to hang on. h6 would be desirable, but that runs into knight e4 and then knight f6. And the queen steps away. Knight f6 is not fantastic. I take and then bishop g7. And that's probably the happiest I'll be in a while to get like a slightly worse position. This doesn't intuitively scare me too much. Maybe my intuition is wrong. And that it should scare me. Yeah, it's probably quite good. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Problem is if I go for this option, then it's so yucky regardless. Maybe e6. So this is the way that I try and survive. He's got so many tempting options here. Rook d1, and bishop e7. Maybe that's alright. Or maybe bishop g7. I don't know. Yeah. I think I should go here, actually. Huh. Maybe it's not that easy for him. What? Oh, he wants queen a3. Okay. Or queen b4. Oh, he has this as well. I'm kind of fighting still. Probably not for long. I think knight d6. Rook d8. b3, there's queen c5. Not resigning yet. Oh, that's a very tricky move to face. What should I even do? Should I fade, I guess. I can take this. Now I'm back in the game. Maybe not. What am I doing? Check. Oh, that was dumb. What am I doing? That doesn't even work. He's got rook d8. I still got rook d8, or this. Oh boy. Another loss. Yeah, maybe knight h6 followed by d5 is too bad. Yeah, I had to bite the bullet. Or just go knight d7. I mean, it's bad, but it's not as bad as this. Oh, he was winning, of course, in a million ways. Well, I mean, he's still winning, but barely. Oh, rook d to e1. Okay, that's insane. Nobody finds that. Oh, rook f5. Rook f4, king e4. Did I get any chances after this? Taking it just looked very dangerous. Okay. I certainly needed a braver approach, but I kind of at that point thought that I might be able to just develop and get a somewhat worse position. But that wasn't the case. Okay, well done to Johan-Sebastian. I mean, before he got really short of time, he played very, very well, and even after that, I think he did well. Plays better than I did. Yeah, rook g1. This was maybe my best chance of holding the game, the whole game. If he goes f3, rook d1, then king is a little bit stranded. But I mean, realistically, I was never too likely to hold. Okay, well then I'm out of any sort of contention. That's 4 games in a row that I haven't won. So now we're just playing for fun, of course. Yeah, like knight h6 is not a good. That's knight f6 or knight f3. I'm probably playing white. That's not a good first move. I don't think rolling the dice is a big handicap at all. I mean, maybe you have to, or you don't have to, but maybe you should eliminate like a couple of the very worst moves. I mean, I think that would help. Okay, Logan, Clark, Shafer. Now I'm paired up. Okay, but now at least I got knight f3. Knight h6 on the last one, and knight f3 here. That helps a bit. But it's not super motivating, of course, to play. No disrespect, to play an NM in the penultimate round. What am I doing here? Knight d7 is a strange move. Should I switch plans? I guess not. I'm really just going through the motions this far in this game. I gotta say that. This is not very good chess. Taking this. Pawn. Yeah, d4. e3 takes knight e5. Knight f5. I get to sack the exchange at least. Doesn't look half bad. Okay, so he sacks back, but doesn't seem very good. He can take and then go 96. Maybe I should give a check first. No, I'm giving a check, so I don't think I can answer his check with a random knight move, obviously. But yeah, I'll take back 96. Let's see what happens. Does this work? Guess I should give a check. Yeah, maybe it's not a disaster for him. Just take the pawn, maybe b5 at some point. Probably want to go h4 as well. Just getting some air for the king. Maybe h3 is more solid. Taking away this square from a knight, just in case. And you can start maybe trying to crawl out with knight h7. But go here. Hit d6 instead. And it doesn't seem very good for black. Bishop g2. Oh. g2, I got knight check and knight check. Yeah. Rook a3, harassing the knight, fails to knight b5. His knights are a bit of a sad sight, and I'm just winning on the queen side. Check. Check. Take the pawn. Advance a pawn. We should see resignation very soon. Okay. Yeah, that was fairly Garabian. Oh, that's who Gareth Bale is. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, let's roll the dice for the last game. Got 19 again. It's knight of 6, knight of 3. That's boring. Let's do something else. 1. A3, A6. Boring. I've done that already. I'm trying to avoid the moves that I already played. 13, that's G3, G6. Done that. 9. That's got to be E6, right? E6, E3. That's okay. We'll do that. Gareth Bale, well, it's the username of Mr. Garabian. Bortnik's got 8 out of 9 as well, playing Kravtsiv, 2 Ukrainians, well. Rook B1, I think Bortnik is going to win this. First of all, his position is miles better, but also he's better in time trouble. Maybe the best chance is Rook F8 takes and Rook C2. But even then, Rook G1, F1. And it's looking quite sad for black. Even Rook A2 or Rook B1, that is, and then Rook F1. Strange. Wants to take this. I think this made things considerably more difficult for white. Oh, the king comes here. Little trick. She didn't fall for it now. Rook B2, it trades the rook. Pawns are too weak. A5, Rook B6 for that matter. Rook F6, A5. Oh. Yeah, it's completely winning. What is going on? Oh, Garabian won again, huh? These Armenians are very strong. So, assuming he didn't play Bortnik earlier in the tournament, they're going to play in the last round. And Bortnik has a chance to win, to take the tournament, otherwise Garabian. My score is, well, you can say it this way: I won the first 5, and then I won the 10th round. And what happened in between then? I have no idea what happened. It's just a blur. I can't remember. I lost 2 games and drew 2. Oh, Johan-Sebastian won again after beating me, so he's 8 out of 10. Lazavik, let's see how he's doing. He's gonna win. So he's gonna be at 8.5 out of 10. With a good chance. Give a check. Or H4 immediately. Check, and then this is not great technique. But It's quite alright. Yeah, there are only going to be 3 players with 8.5 or more, which is a bit. 1 player with 9.5, 1 player with 9, and 1 player with 8.5. It's quite little actually. And that was quick kingers 3 there as well. Who's counting at this point? Just go h3. Come on, it's not that difficult. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Oh, good cash 1, so we still have the same score. Big duel there to see. Oh, Buddy Pranav as well, 7 out of 10. Not having his best tournament either. Okay. Any opening recommendation for player rated 1000 to 2000? Check out Hammer's course on Chessable. At least for black reporter. Just don't focus on openings too much. Just try different things. Oh boy. Yeah, this is actually not gonna last very long. This is a check. The end of that game. Is this game still going? Yeah. What are you doing? This is a dead draw. Unless he somehow blunders the bishop. And of course, any advice for a sore loser, asks moderator Ella Carlsen. No, I don't know. I think it's just in your blood. Unfortunately. Just try and win. Okay. Oh, Kasparov won as well. Okay, Rustemov. It's not an easy pairing to get with. But I got the white pieces. I should not explain at all. I should not complain. Sorry, at all. E3, C4. Well, you think he loves Slav setups, but this is one of the more promising ones that you could have for white. Yeah, now I think I need to play d4 to prevent e5. With a pawn on a6, I don't have the usual cd, and then knight b5. Huh. So you just wasted time on a6. I don't really believe this is any particularly good. I like rook a to d1. I'm really attracted to this idea, actually. Let's just do it for fun. And oh, I thought it was going f5. And then my idea was to go c5. Which, because he's put this queen on e7, that works tactically since I'm attacking his queen. But now I got c5 as well. Doesn't look convincing. But bishop d3, c5, and then d5 looks very dangerous for him. I think we'll go for it. Knight g5, d4 maybe is not anything special. So CD, I'm assuming h6. And like knight h4 looks promising. I mean, I feel like he's taken too many liberties here. C8 maybe. Bishop f5. Yeah, I think this is very promising for white. Yo, that cannot be good. Oh, bishop h7. Bishop h7. King h8, knight f5, knight f6. Knight g7. Or knight h6. Knight h6, knight h7. That doesn't seem to work. Is there really nothing there? I mean, I got like simple moves like g3 too. It's not that. But I really, really want to do something a bit more violent. I don't see it. I mean, this retains the advantages of my position, and I mean, this is a tactical blunder. Because I can take, and then take g7, knight f5, and take g6, and his queen is hanging. But I kind of want something even more. Let's just keep it simple. Maybe there's something, but I don't see it. Please, off the top of my head. Maybe there was some bishop h7 immediately, and then knight f5. No, knight g6, sorry. Yeah, I don't really see it. Okay, this is kind of a dull way to play, but it's obviously just winning for me now. Queen d2 is also possible. Yeah, it just seems even more decisive. I think he just played the opening too lackadaisically, and then at least I got the chance to show a tiny bit of talent in the last game. It didn't take much though, but a little bit of an assault on his king. Yeah, I mean, he's thinking, but it's a lost cause. Yeah, I think this is the best. But it's a very, very sad position for him. Queen f7, knight f7. Maybe then queen f6 holds. Oh, bishop g6. No, it doesn't. Knight f6, bishop g6. Then d6. Oh, I don't have a square on the 8th rank. Okay. Let's go check then. I'm winning regardless, but it was a bit unfortunate that I couldn't find a knockout blow. I'm just keeping it simple now. fighting on, huh? I mean, he could have taken my bishop. But, I mean... Okay. At least it was a nice checkmate at the end. Okay, let me just see. That was f5. 5, c5. Okay, d5 just wins. Okay. c5 was also better for white, by the way, which is what I was intending. Knight f6. Yeah, c5. Knight h4 is correct. Bishop f5 is correct. And g3 is just about. Yeah, okay. I didn't have anything better there. And then I didn't have anything better here either. Okay. So it was just. This was all there was. And there is no direct win. How does this win? Oh, then queen g6. And then I got access to it. Oh, by. What was I thinking of bishop g6? Jack. Oh, yeah, kings. Yeah, I was just intending to trade queens. No, bishop g6. Is there any quicker mate here? d7. Oh, there was... This would have been a way nicer checkmate. I didn't see that. I just... Oh, I'm... I could go queen f5, but I like this one better. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Lazavik beat Bortnik. And then... Grachev made a draw against Rostovsky. So... Grachev obviously won the event, and as you could see... 9 out of 11 with a very good tiebreak would have been enough for third. But I was not close. I'm probably gonna get 13th, I think, best, or one of the best tiebreaks, and 8 out of 11. Yeah, I mean, I'm spending... Oh, Grachev ended up with the same score. Nice. I'm spending a bit too much time, for sure. Partly because I'm talking. And also partly because I'm trying to play like a little too accurately at times. And I should just try and go. Maybe it's a product of playing on stream as well, that I don't want to, like, just play random moves sometimes. Okay, I am indeed 13th, way the best tiebreak on my score. Congrats to the top finishers, and fun stream. I don't know if we will be seeing any Hyper Bullet or Ultra Bullet or anything like that from Asios today. I am going home. I don't know if there's food today. Is there food today, babe? I'm sure you're lurking in the chat. Yes, there is food. Very nice. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Yeah. See you guys at some point. Probably on Friday. I'm not sure I'll be able to make it, but probably on Friday for Cacio Pepe. Very, very... or it's a Pepe or Pepe? Regardless, it is very good. It's Pasta Tuesdays. I guess we're either doing an Asios takeover or raiding somebody, but I will leave that to somebody else. Bye!